So are you thinking about buying an excursion to the beach on your next cruise vacation to Costa Maya, Mexico? In this video today, I'm gonna actually probably try to change your mind. Now, normally, this isn't the type of content that I make. I try not to make negative types of videos, but in this case, I feel like I should showcase my experience to you to state your expectations and possibly save you some money. I just came off of a beautiful Celebrity Beyond, did a 7-day cruise, which stopped in Costa Maya, Mexico. This excursion cost over $100 per person. I purchased it on my cruise, and in this case, I'm gonna showcase to you exactly what I got. So our excursion started around 12 p.m. which was kind of nice. I really do not like those early excursions because they kind of throw off my entire day. This way, I was able to get up, I was able to have breakfast and enjoy my day, kind of get ready and walk down towards the gangway, get off the ship and make my long walk all the way to the end of the pier where of course our excursion started.
We're going to an excursion that's, what are we doing? Welcome to Mexico. Holy look at that guy. Welcome to Mexico. That's an automatic fucking weapon. Welcome to Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. Whoa. This is what I'm talking about. Doing a little TikTok action right here. I like it. See, I'm not fucking weird, man. And people think I'm weird because I'm holding a little camera with a poofy thing. You know what I mean?
So you can see the Maya.
Well, we're not going to do it today.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go. You are in the right place, please. Right here.
Thank you.
Once we got to the meeting point at the end of the dock over here, we basically checked in and were made to wait about 30 minutes, I'd say.
Dos. Muy bien. Para usted.
Thank you, sir.
Copichi?
No idea.
No copichi.
No capiche.
Tequila?
Yeah, I can beat you that.
When asked why we were waiting, we were told it's because other guests were late. But of course, I never seen anybody come, so I'm not sure if somebody was late or if they were just lying. Now in hindsight, I can tell you it's because the bus was late. Right? The bus wasn't there on time, so they made us wait and gave us an excuse. But nonetheless, finally we started moving. We kind of walked out of the back over here. As you can see, this is sort of like the back way to exit the port. The walk itself took no more than about 10 minutes, I'd say. Once we got to the destination, the bus was still not there, so we had to wait another 15 minutes on top of that. So long story short, there's like 45 minutes to an hour of waiting. We finally got this bus. Now remember, this is the Yucatan Peninsula. I didn't realize this, but it was really, I mean, I know it kind of sounds funny, but it was really hot, okay? If you've never been to Mexico, specifically to the Yucatan Peninsula over here, it gets super hot. So I gotta say, some of the guests were quite toasty by the time the bus got there. Finally, our knight in shining armor rolls in on a bus that looks like it was made in the 1990s. The interior it looked like from the 80s, but nonetheless, I was really happy because it had air conditioning, and to be honest with you, that is all you need right over there. So we finally loaded into this bus. While we're walking onto the bus, all I'm thinking about is, well, how long would it have been if I just took a cab to the beach? Because that's all I want to do. The tour starts. And to be honest with you, it starts with a warning sign, something that you should consider. As soon as a stranger starts calling you family, you're probably gonna get ripped off.
Hola, hola, hola. Buenas tardes. ¿Todos hablan español? ¿No comprende? Today you're gonna learn Spanish. I'm gonna be your teacher. Do you want to learn Spanish today? Yes? I just want to know what kind of words you want to learn today. Good words or bad words? Let me tell you, bad words is more easy to remember. How about the good ones? How about familia? You know what familia means, right? Family. Today we're gonna be familia. Sound good to you?
From that point on, every local that I came across called me familia. So the wheels on the bus went round and round a few times, and then we pulled over to the side of the road. So at this point in time, all you really seen was just a road, and that's about it, right? They didn't really take us to any town centers. They didn't really take us to any buildings. They didn't honestly take us anywhere, right? They just drove us on the side of the road, and then they actually literally pulled over on that side. As you notice, here's the beautiful view that you get to enjoy. And they just sat there. How many times did this happen? Several times. They pulled over and sat there while he was telling us about the local culture, about what's going on, about the Yucatan Peninsula, about all of the stuff that I could have Googled in 5 minutes, which I actually did, and really didn't need him. We even got a nice show and tell. We got to pass back and forth, as you notice right here, just like in second grade. We passed around pieces of paper that he showed us the printouts of things that, again, I could have Googled myself.
Clean the teeth. That is the purpose. Look, familia, at this point, our driver is going to turn around because if we continue driving that way, we're not going to find another town here. Next near town is 45 minutes away from here, and the one is close to this area is my town. So we're not going to find anything from here. So the next area is going to be the gas station. That's the only one gas station we got here. And then the next gas station you're going to find 45 minutes away from here. So nothing we're going to find here. So this is the end of the town. Now, like I told you, this little town, they are fishing.
And I know I'm being negative here, and I am really sorry. It's not, I don't mean to be, but at the same time, you notice we're being ripped off here. They're not showing us anything. It is not nowhere near the description of what Celebrity had on their website about us finding out about the local culture and etc. It's literally a guy on a bus that pulls over the side of the road, passes two papers around, and tells me about chiclets and soda, which again, I knew from just Googling 5 minutes of what Costa Maya and Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula, and etc. is. So after 3 times of pulling over on the side of the road, turning around twice, and just driving us in a circle, we finally get to our first destination, the Lighthouse.
Careful, señor minister.
And where's the beach? Where? Oh, we have to walk to the beach? I see.
This stop gave us 10 minutes to walk around this lighthouse and check out the area before we had to get back on the bus to finally, hopefully, get to this beach. See, the issue here is, if you're not familiar with Mexico, Costa Maya, and etc., and you do any kind of Googling, you will find out that it's not a place to just be messing around with. It could be quite dangerous. You could also get scammed. There are a lot of places I've read tons of reviews of people just being scammed and etc. So basically this kind of drives the passengers on the cruise to almost have to get the excursions if they wanted to kind of feel safe. Now I know this is a very tourist thing to say. I realize that if I do some research and etc., maybe it would be different. But in general, when you walk into Mexico, you're kind of told like, listen, you got to be careful. So with that being said, I wanted to go to the beach. That's all I wanted to do. And the only excursion that was anywhere close to being just sort of the beach was this one right here. There really was no other excursions that gave you any kind of access to the beach. The only other option you had was to do it on your own. And if you look, if I talked to a lot of the people in this excursion, the feel that I got was that most people took this because they wanted to go to the beach and they felt like it was safe because this was sponsored by the cruise.
Second stop is a blue cave. Blue Kai, blue is in English, Kai is fish. That is a restaurant hotel. That area is going to be for us or beach break. Okay, La Playa. This is a very important familia. In La Playa, we're going to spend around like a few hours. Okay, so now what exactly is included to you in La Playa? In La Playa, familia, we're going to have two drinks for each one. So when we get there, we're going to have somebody from the beach area, and it's going to provide to us tickets. Two tickets for each one. Those tickets is going to be for your drinks. Those drinks, the one you can get in there is water, Coca-Cola, Fanta, or cerveza, beer. All right, that is the one including the tickets, plus chips and salsa. Chips and salsa, familia. Remember, it's not a lunch. It's like a little snack, right? But actually, familia, the area we're going to visit today is a restaurant. For any reason you decide to order something, they have the menu. They can provide you the menu. You want to order some quesadillas, ceviche, fish, or something like that. This is a very important, familia. Everything in this town, especially the food, is fresh.
Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there.
Bullshit.
Actually, in the beach area, we have the tequila sipping close to the area. So nice breeze, nice shade. Please, familia, follow me. We're gonna walk together. I want to show you what is the facility too, right? So that way you can use it. Walk a little bit here, that way everybody can see. ¿Ya está, mi estimado?
The shopping almost free.
Gerardo, solo efectivo, no hay tarjeta, papá. Pero ya llegó la luz. Okidoki, so familia. My partner right here is gonna provide to you the tickets, okay? Familia, remember we're gonna have somebody from Jalisco who's gonna explain to us a little bit about the process of the tequila and all that, familia. If you want to sip in tequila, you want to say, "Hola, Karen." Hola. Karen, familia, is gonna provide to you little sipping cups, and look, we're gonna be here, okay? Anyway, we got plenty of room for everyone, okay? So please, familia, just start coming big closer. Gerardo, comida conmigo. Gerardo, comida. You waiter, familia. If you want to order some food or something like that, or drinks, look, Robert. Hola. See? Hola. All these spots is gonna be for us.
Oh, let's pick one. You want to buy the thing right there? Pick one. Which you grab one. One that you like.
Huh?
Grab that one. Those two blue ones right there. You want these two? Yeah. This is great, no? This right here is the Mahahual beach break. What we did today, we got on a bus and then we started sort of like doing a tour, right? He went through. Now, to be honest with you, like the bus was all right. Probably built in the 1980s. I can't really complain. But the tour itself, a lot of the times he didn't really drive around much. He parked on the side of the road and talked a lot about the Mexican culture, about what happened in the Yucatan Peninsula, about the limestones, about all of that, how all of that went. And I mean, it was all right, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. But to be honest with you, I feel like most of the people on this tour, they probably picked it because of the beach break, right? They're into the whole beach thing. So I feel like maybe they probably could have skipped some of this and maybe just came straight to the beach. But either way, you put us right over here. This is the reef right here. As you can see, right, this is where you can sit right there and do your hanging out, and then that's where the beach is right there, and then right over there is where the ship is. So that's kind of where all of that stuff is. And they stopped over here at the Lighthouse for a minute to talk about that a little bit. Like that was like a 10-minute thing where we stopped at the Lighthouse and did a little bit of like he parked the bus basically, and we talked a little bit there. But otherwise, now we have about 2 hours right here. The beach seems all right. When we get in, I'll bring you inside and show you. But they also give you 2 drinks over here, and then you get a little bit of food as well. I think it's like chips and things like that. So I'll show you the beach and we'll see how things are going.
Now, doing a bunch of research and YouTubing Mahahual and this beach and this entire area, I got a sense that this was a really nice place. A lot of different YouTubers that I've followed that did a lot of stuff in here, and they showcased this place as nicer than what it came off to me as. So first of all, I'm gonna say this right now, it smelled like poop. Now, I don't know if it's because of sulfur, it's because of something that was going around there, or maybe, you know, because there was poop. I don't know, it smelled like poop, but just keep that in mind. We smelled that as soon as we got there, pretty much.
Well, I just caught him pooping into the water, huh?
Now, the beach itself and the water was actually not bad, right? It was nice. You could swim in there. There was a lot of space, not too many rocks. You can go kind of far, so you could get some actual swimming in there. And it was generally nice. You know, the beach was probably, I'd say, an 8 out of 10 if you didn't smell the poop. So let's talk about what you get. You get a beach chair with your ticket. You also get 2 drinks and chips. As you notice, the chips are really just kind of like a snack, right? Think of like a medium-sized bag of chips and a little bit of salsa. You get 2 drinks. That's either water, that is soda, or a local beer. That's what you get. You get 2 and that's it. But what they're really trying to push you towards is to be able to order something from the menu, which of course costs more money. Now here's my second problem. I really felt like I was kind of ripped off here. Now, I bought these things as a tourist to showcase this to you. To be honest with you, I bought these willingly, right? I knew how much money they were, so it's not like it's a ripoff in that sense, but $15 for 3 tacos. And another $15 for these quesadillas. So this was like $32 for the quesadillas and the 3 tacos. And to be honest with you, these tacos were not even close to being even half as good as the ones that I get locally here in New York from a non-Mexican restaurant. I mean, literally, like I went to Mexico and I had tacos that weren't even half as good as the ones in New York. And they even cost more money than the ones here in New York. That's just ridiculous. But in any way, this whole place, to be honest with you, I felt like was made to just take money from tourists. The prices here are ridiculously elevated, specifically because they know you're a tourist. It's really obvious and kind of a bummer because I really don't want to come back here. Now the beach itself was nice, but again, you only got about 2 to 2.5 hours on the beach after all of the driving around and the BS and the walking back and forth and then, passing out papers, signing a bunch of stuff, waiting for other people, waiting for the bus. I mean, this is just out of control. So I just wanted to go to the beach, and yet here I am running circles around and I only got 2 hours at the beach that I just wanted to go to. It's kind of infuriating, to be honest with you, but again, this is what you get. You get 2 hours at this beach. We got to smell the poop for a while, and then we had to pack up so we can get back on the bus so they can bring us back to the ship, which by the way wasn't leaving for another 2 or 3 hours, so we did have extra time. And I really don't know why we were brought back to the ship that early, but here we are. And by the way, when you are brought back to the port, this entire port is made for you to be funneled into stores. I know that that's kind of how things are made in general, but you are dropped off at a specific place where it sort of pushes all of the tourists, if you want to get back to the ship, to have to go through all of these stores where you're kind of bothered by everyone trying to sell you things. And by the way, and these things are ridiculously elevated.
No, how much you got? I can't right now, though. I appreciate it. Give me 180. I can't right now, sorry.
Again, I know that it's sort of a given that the prices at the cruise ports will be elevated, but in this case, it is absolutely insane. Here, have a look.
Hello. Do you guys have AA batteries?
Battery?
Yeah, battery. Oh, I see. There's okay. Apologies.
The moment. The four?
Yeah.
The four? Mm-hmm.
Creo que son los únicos que pasan bien siempre.
Sí,
Un momento.
los cinco. Pásalo,
Sí, lo que voy a pasar. Ok, ella abrió su caja.
¿Cuánto te dio?
No me acuerdo.
Pásalo para que no le dé la cuenta.
4,5.
Sí, sí.
¿5?
Sí. Cuatro.
4 y una.
Uh-huh.
Son 4, no 5.
22.
How much is that in dollars?
Uh-huh.
It's $22?
Yes, $22 per.
$22 for batteries in Mexico. 4 of them. In America, they're like $4. You know that? Is it because this is a port, or
Yeah, this one for the port for the.
so normal price? If you go out that way, it's like what, like $1, right?
Yeah, is the too big the price.
I see.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So here's a tip for you: if you want to buy anything, don't buy it here.
By the way, I've never seen, AA batteries be packaged individually, but nonetheless, $28 for 4, where you can buy them right here for $4. Literally $4 in the US, costs $28 in Mexico, the same battery, only because I was a tourist.
That's right.
Another thing that I noticed in this port is what they call a bird quote unquote sanctuary. Doesn't really look like a sanctuary to me, to be honest with you. It looks like a prison, but there are flamingos being chased around by people. Again, I'm not a big fan of this, and maybe the birds are taken care of, or maybe they call this a sanctuary. To me, like I said, it looks like a prison. The birds look like they're in distress. I really don't like seeing this. So personally, I'm taking a lot of points off just here. I really can't stand seeing this. And yes, I feel the same way, if not worse, for zoos. So overall, I spent over $100 on a cruise excursion to go to the beach and, as a bonus, get some local culture and history. For that money, I got 2 hours at the beach, I got a little bit of chips and some salsa, I got a water and a soda, and then I got sold $15 tacos that were not very good. Melissa got a $15 quesadillas that weren't very good as well. We didn't get any kind of history besides being driven around some road and looking at a whole bunch of trees and being told that they used to make a whole bunch of chiclets right here in the Yucatan Peninsula. We smelled a bunch of poop, and then we were brought back to the port where I had to pay $28 for 4 batteries, as well as say no thank you about 500 times because I had to walk past all of the stores in order to get back to the ship. Now you can make your own decision whether you want to take this cruise excursion. The issue is Mexico isn't very safe right now, so going on your own may be an issue. Now I would say that's probably your best bet if safety isn't a concern, right? You probably could take a cab, spend, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 15 to trying to get to this beach, sit down and do your thing and spend tons more time doing what you want versus listening to some guy talk about something really boring on the side of the road. I mean, again, I don't want to Well, actually, no. You know what? I am going to be negative because that's the truth. This excursion absolutely sucked. And to be honest with you, I really hope that someone from Celebrity actually starts doing a little bit of quality control when they start putting these excursions on their itineraries. I spent over $100 and I really felt like it was absolutely not worth it. I wanted to make this video to showcase my experience and hopefully set some expectations for you so you know what you're getting into. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.